If you want to know some information about the pulp, you are right here. Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to explain the pulp. A dental pulp is that loose, delicate connective tissue occupying the cavity lying in the center of the dentin. The morphology. We have the coronal pulp and the radicular pulp. The coronal pulp is present in the pulp chamber, and the radicular pulp, it is that part of the pulp extending from the cervical region of the crown to the root apex. The apical foramen, the pulp organs are continuous with the periapical tissue throughout the apical foramen, which is here. Accessory root canals. Accessory root canals is not here, this circle. This means that the pulp cavity is connected with the periodontal tissue, with an opening rather than the apical foramen. And they are numerous in the apical third of the root. Here in this part, they're numerous. You see here, this one, you can say here in red, this one, that one, and so on. The mechanisms of the formation of accessory root canals. We have the early degeneration, for example, of the epithelial root sheath of Hertwig before the differentiation of the odontoblasts. We have another mechanism. It occurs in areas where the developing root encounters a large blood vessel, where dentin will be formed around it. Another mechanism, we have a lack of complete union of the tongue-like extension here at the floor of the pulp chamber. Cells of the pulp. We have synthetic cells. An example, the odontoblasts. The cells line the pulpal surface of the dentine. We have layer of predentine, which is always present between the odontoblasts and the dentin. And each odontoblast has a protoplasmic process, also called Thomas fiber, that is present in the dentinal tubule. We have here four types of cells which are lined up in the pulp. At first, we see here in the pulp chamber the cells which are crowded and appear pseudostratified. Then the second, we see near beginning of the root canal, they become columnar in shape. And the third one, this is in the mid portion of the root canal, they become cuboidal in shape. And in the apical area of the root canal, they become like flat cells. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these four, they are the odontoblasts. Fibroblasts, the second type of these synthetic cells. They are star-shaped cells. So these type of pictures, as a dental student, you might see it often. The first and second year, if you study histology or oral biology, their body has a rounded, deeply stained nucleus, and their process join with other fibroblasts. So here, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. We have a second type. We have the first of the synthetic cells, then we have the progenitor cells. They are, for example, undifferentiated mesenchymal cells, UMC, and they're similar to the fibroblasts, but smaller, and they are found along the blood vessel wall. Here, we have the same picture. And another slide here, this one. And they have the potentiality to form other types of formative or defensive connective tissue cells. They're undifferentiated, and they can differentiate. Okay, so another type is the defensive cells. We have here many types. We have the histiocyte, also called macrophage, lymphocytes and eosinophils, mast cells, and plasma cells. We have rigid cells, pericytes. They are seen on the wall of the blood capillaries. And they have round or oval nucleus and are considered as modified muscular cells. The ground substance of the pulp consists of acid mucopolysaccharides and neutral glycoprotein. And these substances are the environment that promotes life of the cells. The blood vessels. The pulp is highly vascularized, and it is supplied by the inferior and superior alveolar arteries. And as the vessels enter the tooth, their walls become considerably thinner than those surrounding the tooth. And they give numerous branches in the radicular pulp that pass peripherally to form a plexus in the odontogenic region. The capillaries, here you see like fenestrations, they are adjacent to the odontoblasts, and subcapillaries are found in areas of rapid exchange. So here you see the capillary lumen, you see here the capillary wall, and then you see like a fenestration for rapid exchange. Nerves of the pulp. The pulp has an abundant nerve supply which follows the distribution of the blood vessels. And we have two types of nerve fibers, non-myelinated nerves and myelinated nerves. The non-myelinated nerves, they're sympathetic, and they control the contraction of the smooth muscles of the blood vessels. The myelinated nerves, they're sensory parasympathetic nerves. The sensory response in the pulp, they cannot differentiate between heat, touch, pressure, or chemicals because the pulp organ lacks those types of receptors. And the only type they have is a free nerve ending, which stimulates or transmits the pain. Functions of the pulp, in summary, inductive, formative, nutritive, protective, and defensive, reparative. That's it. This is like a small summary of the pulp. If you understood, it will be great if you understood the a small explanation, and I'd be happy to see your comments. Till the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.